Good evening. Welcome, everybody. It's the 9th of December, and we have got a special guest, Lee Koala Flipper. Hello, you all right?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Good. You and your casuals. I'm sure you don't look as casual as that when you normally do your videos.
Not usually, but doesn't matter. I've got like a wardrobe full of suits and work shirts, but because I'm now working from home, doesn't matter a monkeys. So I did this now my work attire.
Brilliant. You're not normally in like a shirt though, are you, when you do your videos?
No.
You just look more
polo shirt.
Oh, polo shirt. All right. Cool. Right. Hang on. I need to get a glass of wine before I start. Hang a minute. Doing.
I'm prepared.
Well done. What have you got?
I've got a Zinfandel.
Zinfandel. Lovely. Nice red. That's what I've got. So, for anybody who doesn't know you, oh, lovely. Rioja. That'll do. Tempranillo. Manzanos. What else did it say? 2019 Rioja. Lovely. Lovely. That does look
Very
good.
Nice.
That's now we're talking.
That's what I've got.
Ooh, carnivore.
Oh, that way. There you go.
Oh, that's a cool label as well, isn't it? I know you shouldn't, but I do like the cool labels.
Yeah, that one's on offer in Sainsbury's at the minute. So I think it's normally £9. It's down to 8, and if you buy your 6 bottles, you get 25% off. So.
Oh, Sainsbury's have got that bat on, yeah, because Tesco's had it the other month, and we did get a load of nice stuff. And in fact, the stuff that we only ordered like wear code stuff, and then they upgraded everything when it came, so it was brilliant.
Perfect.
Yeah, because that's a boring label, really, but this should taste good. And it's got a decent deep red colour. When I'm pouring them out, they look like sherry. I'm like, what? People are bidding on my jewelerinas. That's good. Oh, should I do hello? Oh, let's do quick hellos. Nespresso was first again. Good evening. Evening, Sarah. What are you drinking now, Sarah? Evening, Laura. Evening, Jewel. Mike. Steve-O. Joan. Oh, did you see that? Hi, gorgeous. Oh, that was at me. Hi, gorgeous. Oh, thank you. I thought you said hi, gorgeous Kola. I thought she called you before I go wrong, you see, because I thought, oh, she said hi, gorgeous Koala. Like, no, she didn't even say that. But in my little head, I've just gone, oh, no. It's like that's how things start, isn't it? Hi, Jill. Hi, Indy. Evening, beautiful ones. Oh, gosh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, Malbec. Indy's got a Malbec. Evening, Aid. Hello, Tommy. Aid Zinfandel always reminds me now of I'm a Celebrity, really, where they call it Zinfanida, do they? Oh, no, well, that's that now then, isn't it? Evening, Mum of 5 sons. Evening, Sarah. Well, I think, and if I've missed anybody, I apologise. Yes, we've got the lovely Koala Flipper. So just for people who don't know, just say how long you've been reselling and what sort of stuff you resell.
Yeah.
Right.
So basically everything is Nick Hill's fault. I saw his video on the sellotape, and then I got into a bit of a wormhole. Watched his
that you got from Tesco's, those little ones.
Yep. So randomly that popped up on my YouTube. I was never a reseller, never did any of that. I saw that and I thought, oh, that's interesting. Looked at some of his videos and thought, oh, I like car boot sales. So that was last summer when I started. No. And I went full in. So I think I don't do things by half. So when I thought, right, I'm going to do this, and I basically spent £1,000 on stock in 6 weeks, not having done this before. And yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just went all in.
I did not. I know, that's so interesting. I did not know that, and I'm sure I've seen you on a few things getting interviewed, and I didn't know that. And I find that very interesting because you seem much more metered than I am. Is that the right word? Like,
I'm very considered with my decisions, but
so a good decision.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things where you can't make a bad decision, because if you know what the comparable sales prices are and they're more than you're spending, you're not going to lose money. So I thought, I'm going to do this, and then went in big. So I've only been doing it for a year and a bit, but I've run my own businesses before. I've got a full-time day job, but having run my own businesses before, I kind of had a head start on working out my margins and stuff like that. So
what was Mrs. Kola? I know I've met Mrs. Kola and I've forgotten her first name.
Vicky.
Vicky. Was she all right about that then?
She said it's your money. So yeah, I used my own money, and then when she realised there was quite a lot coming in, then it became our money.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a sensible split now.
It's mine.
Well, once I paid myself back, and then with all the profits, so basically it's essentially cost me nothing now, and I've got maybe I've got about 5-6 grand listed, and I've probably got about 12-14 grand unlisted. I need to get listing.
So I didn't realise you would have a death pile because your videos, it's so. Well, I know it says a lot professional because everything is compared to mine, but it just. I would not have known you had a death pile. I wouldn't have known you'd have gone all in.
The death pile's big, and I think a lot of that is because when I first started buying, even though it's profitable, I was just buying anything that made me sort of £5 here, £10 there, and obviously from my videos, you know that if it's not going to make £20, I'm not interested now, because I just don't have the time. The
stuff that you got that you wouldn't buy now, then you're like, oh god, I can't be. Oh, you look at them, oh no, I'll take that thing. I'm not doing those. Yeah.
So I just need to get onto it because whenever I'm going to start listing, I'm obviously picking the stuff that's going to make me the most money. So the old stuff is just sitting there. So I just need to get rid, even if it's just putting it on auction, get rid. But yeah, it's all time.
Said for that. I see that. Hello, Lainey and Z, great guest. Yes.
Oh, hey, Z.
What did I saw? Sarah said what she was drinking. I saw Venus Sol. What's Venus Sol? That's sangria. Hello, Kirsten. And hello, Tracy. Right, I think we're up to date again. So, yeah, so you've got a death pile, and where is it you store your stock?
So there, I've got a shabby conservatory, which is basically we use it as like a utility room. So we've got our washing machine and dryer out there, and we've got some cupboards with the kids' toys and stuff, and we use it for drying clothes and that. But so I've got boxes in there, 44-litre boxes, and I've got 15 of them in there, plus a wardrobe, and then I've got another 16 or 18 44-litre boxes in one shed, and then I've got 10 80-litre boxes in a new shed which I've just bought.
Well, is it safe in your shed, like from damp?
Yes, but yes, fine. And what I do inside, you know, the big plastic tubs. So I have everything in there, and then within that I have, you know, you can go buy those. They're like a plastic tub which soaks up moisture. So I've got those in there just in case as a backup. Because if you buy them in bulk, they only work out £1 each. So hopefully keeps it all dry. I haven't had any problems so far.
Yeah, when we went to move, we had stuff that had been in the shed, like stuff you just wouldn't have realised, like a high chair, but all the kind of padded stuff that went in the high chair. So I was pregnant with Maud, and when we moved from there, brought it out, it'd all gone like mouldy, just you know, all the black mildew and that.
Yeah.
I was like, what? You know, because here the garage is like attached to the house, like you walk around to it, but there's a radiator like in our hall that half heats the garage, so everything's all right in there. But you have to keep a check on your. Yeah,
no, I do. I think the listed stock is generally inside, unlisted stock's outside, because I usually have to clean it anyway. So it's obviously I don't want to get in damp. But
Steve does all right with his shed, actually. I'm sure he's just got it in tubs in there, isn't he?
Well, I just saw him on Insta today, and he was always saying how it's always a tub right at the back that he needs to go to.
Tubs everywhere. Yeah.
I had a similar thing with like the tubs I've got in the conservatory. Someone bought something, and I went into box W, couldn't find it. I was like, I can't. I know I haven't sold it. Where is it?
Yeah.
So I was going through all the tubs and the boxes, and then I found at the back of the second stack of boxes, I had another box W. Somehow I'd made 2 box Ws and was looking in the wrong one, so I wasted an hour because I'm an idiot and couldn't label properly.
And do you like? God, I remember looking for stuff and not being able to find it, and being in the garage, and then sometimes just having to say, right, Shelley, you're gonna have to walk away for a bit, calm down, like, and go back later. And then I'd go back later and I'd find it. I'm like, you know, like, but you start sort of, well, I lose my temper. I start wanting to throw things. And I imagine you're not me at it, but
I was like that the other day, looking for the thing to hold the Christmas tree, the base for it. So yeah, I got 3 garages, or a garage and 2 sheds. I didn't know where it was, so yeah, that wasn't ideal. That was another hour of my life wasted.
Oh no! See, Tom said he just said to me, like, because garage is my area, and he's just like, "Oh, do you know where the base?" He started walking into the garage, just like, "Get out!" And he went, "Oh," I was just like, "Let me in. There's no point being in there." Because you know, why would you wander in there, Tom? You don't know where anything is. Like, he goes in there sometime, and he's like this in a room. He'll go in, like, if he goes to put something in there, and it's like he walks in and goes, "I'm in the garage." Drop. Out he walks. You know, I'm like, why did you just leave that in the middle of my garage? And he says, "Our garage." Why did you leave it in the middle of my garage? Like, he doesn't think, you know, let's put it to somewhere because that's my walkway. It's just like, what? Yeah.
I do need to sort out storage though, because it's like tack creep coming into the house. I can't have it anymore, and I'm sure Mrs. Koala Flipper's not getting too happy about it. So,
I would say the family do put up with my stuff everywhere, and I would hate it. I'd really be going bonkers about it. What's I going to say about that? Yeah, how many listings are you on?
Not a huge amount, only like 120 or so.
Wow, is it large, physically large items? Or?
No, but the vast majority is shoes and clothes. I've got a load of unlisted electronics which I need to sort out. That's the bulkiest stuff. But the vast majority of stuff is shoes and clothes because there's just bigger margins in it. You can't break it. Easy to pack and post.
Yeah, so, I which is to say about clothes, it doesn't break in the post. Yeah, because I moved through. What was I? Well, wicker wasn't too bad for breakages, but what was I selling as well before that? So I did paperweights at one point. I was the paperweight queen, and then because eventually, when I moved on to the clothes, I thought, brilliant, yeah, won't break in the post. What I hadn't foreseen was people that don't know their sizes, or that the level of twats buying clothes. Yeah. And to be honest, the cheaper the item, more twattish the buyer generally. So you might be a bit better off.
I don't get a huge amount of returns.
Yeah.
I'm fastidious with making sure everything's got measurements on it, and I've got like super clear pictures. I get a few returns on shoes, so I tend not to do so much in the way of heels anymore because I got the clothes back. So I've been doing more like sling backs. I don't mind doing. So if it's got an open back or a bit more flexibility to the shoe, or boots, then they sell and get less returns. But if it's a closed-in heel,
do you miss the stilettos?
I'll sell anything. I don't care what it is. As long as there's money, it's easy. I don't give a monkeys.
First time I met you, you just started telling me about this pair of red stilettos you'd sold, and I was like, interesting. Yeah.
Well, I think there's so many blokes who are, I don't know if I'm stereotyping, but most of the gent resellers, they sell a lot of electronics,
totally.
A lot of games, that sort of stuff.
Much more usual, games and electronics, yeah.
Whilst there is money in that, I'm not mucking about with computer games. Just I know they're quick to list and post, but it's just not worth my time. I haven't got time to keep going to the post office to make 10 quid on a stack of games. Not doing that. So I'd rather sell fewer items but a lot more margin. Make my life easier.
That's the thing. I mean, I bet a lot of people say to you, "Oh, well, I want to do that, but I don't find the stuff." And I know that you will properly tooth comb a car boot and you find the stuff. I think it's having the confidence as well, knowing your good quality stuff and feeling, no, this isn't like a what do you call it, a fake or whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's always a worry, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think I've been caught out. I sold I got caught out twice with some Nike trainers, and pretty damn good at telling a fake, and I still got caught out, and they were fakes. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, that wasn't ideal. So yeah, not brilliant there. But like you're saying with the fine tooth comb, a car boot, I've got one near me which it's big, and I think I can't remember how many cars now. I think it's 7 or 8 rows, and there's about 25 cars per row, so it's massive.
Wow.
But if I'm hitting that hard, I can flick through 2,000 clothing items on a Sunday morning. So even if we get a couple of % of that is good items, it's money.
Yeah. I've found that when I've been at a big boot, and I'm getting towards the end, but people are leaving. Oh my God, don't leave. What did you have? I've not got to you yet. The FOMO. Who else has popped?
Have you got quite good ones near you then?
We've got a really kind of smallish local one, which actually is one of my favourites to go to, and it's great for jewellery over the summer. And a bigger one, it's not that far away. It's just over a lot of multi-lane roundabouts where I have fear for my life. So it's not my favourite to get to, but that is a bigger one. But they're only summer.
Yeah.
Good evening, Nick. Veranda Files. Georgina Jill. I think we're up to Neil.
I see Neil's asking me to model some heels.
Would that be a possibility?
What have I got handy? Hold on.
Oh, brilliant.
I'm going to pretend this is on my leg.
Oh, oh, yes. I can see why you would wear that during the day for your meetings.
That was a nice little eBay snipe. So these Jimmy Choo.
Oh my goodness.
Picked them up, eBay snipe, paid 28 including delivery. And I should be able to flip them for 120, 130.
Like a Jimmy Choo, don't you? Weren't those red stilettos Jimmy Choos that you told me about?
No, I can't remember what they were. But yeah, you can make some good money.
Yeah. Sorry, somebody, was it Rachel? Whoever's just asked me, it's a Rioja Tempranillo grape Neil Swain.
Neil's not too far from me. He's also Hertfordshire.
Oh, right. Do you ever bump into each other at car bits? Or?
No, but we got chatting and worked out he's not too far from me. And then obviously lockdown happened, but he mentioned there's an auction place which is in a town sort of halfway between us. So when all this is sort of blown over and calmed down, I quite fancy. I've never been to an auction, so it might be a good place to go and learn the ropes.
Oh, that's
so, go have a coffee with him.
Yeah.
He knows his stuff on cameras. If so, whenever I've had a camera question, Neil is a goddamn expert.
Oh, me and cameras, it's kind of a bit like just sort of, I'll put the batteries in. If it makes some noises and I can see some kind of light happening, I think, well, I'm just going to go with that and just hope for the best. And if they say this is bollocks, I'll go, oh, yeah, sorry about that. Just take it back. I don't do too many of those. It's too much of a worry for me. Neil's asking, do you, and you lot in the chat, snipe much stuff? I went through, when I had some nodule growing on my eyeball one summer. That was great. And I couldn't drive and I couldn't go sourcing. And it was, horrific. So I just thought, well, what can I do? And I ended up just sniping everything off of eBay pretty much because there was nothing else I could do. And you have to pay up.
Yeah.
Well, more, but then you have to think about that. You have to factor it into what you're sniping, don't you?
Definitely. I've got so on my phone, my eBay on my phone, I've got very, very specific searches set up so that if a certain brand of shoe between certain sizes and a certain price comes up, I'll then watch that, and if it looks like I might be able to get that at a sensible price, I'll get it. So I've got that set up ready to go. Saves me time.
Yeah. Is it more women's shoes that you look at? Or do you
A bit of both. I don't care.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you what made you start reselling. Was it just literally by accident that Nick's video popped up? You watched? Wow.
It's weird though, because I did it before by mistake. So I'd been between where I work and town, the town I live in. I was in town at lunch, walking back home, walking back to the office, walked past a charity shop, popped in there, and I saw a camera bag by a company called Billingham, and one of my other self-employed jobs is a photographer.
Oh yes.
And I saw this Billingham bag, and I know that Billingham bags are easily £120 minimum, and it was £4. I was like, oh my god! Well, I bought it, and I just found it impractical. It was too small for the kit that I had, so I then flipped it on for like £80-something, and I never ever considered, oh, maybe I should look for other things in a car boot. So I just did that one thing, ended up making some profit, and that was about 10 years ago. I just never even considered it.
Well, I don't know if
I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah. Yes, we've always, like, growing up, we always bought secondhand, sold on afterwards. We used to have to sell like in a local paper thing where you'd have to so you'd have to fill in your little advert and post it off. It was so slow. So yeah, we've always bought and sold secondhand. But I didn't know there were people doing this for a living. But then when I was working for a charity, I was literally Googling ways of raising funds for the charity. And I think I must have come across it must have been one of Nick's videos, because I messaged him and I asked a lot of newbie type questions about what you could make and that. And I'm looking back, I'm now surprised that he answered all my questions, because he must get that so often.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I set up eBay for the charity, and I just eBayed for them for a year. So then I just moved on and did it for myself after a bit.
Nick's birthday, wasn't it, yesterday?
Oh yes, I saw something about him being out for a walk. Happy birthday for yesterday, Nick.
Let out for his annual walk.
His annual walk, yeah. Back in now. Indie occasionally do. Oh, this is a sniping, but it's not my favourite way to source. Kirsten, I barely ever snipe, but sold a ring box today for £35 in the shop that I paid £10 including postage on eBay.
Wow.
A ring box, that's interesting. That interests me a lot, because was that a brand then, Kirsten? A branded type thing? Well, I suppose it must have been some kind of branded jewellery. Ring box, because it's small, and things that are small really appeal to me.
That's why I started showing a bit of an interest in jewellery and asking you about it. But then when I did start buying some jewellery, I thought, I think it was the fact that I've got such a lack of knowledge in that area, it became a chore. And the minute it became a chore, I was a bit, I don't know if I really want to do that. Whereas because I've got a bit of the knowledge on the clothing, I don't mind. And I quite like, I guess it's like you with the jewellery, there's a variety. Yes, you're selling jewellery, but every single thing's different. And that's what I quite like about the clothing. But I think because I had such a lack of knowledge on the jewellery, I thought, it's too much brain power for me.
Yeah, I did throw myself into it as well. But and you have to have some kind of enjoyment of it, because you have to go through a lot of shite to find any treasure. And in fact and it sounds ridiculous because everybody knows I've had a jewellery mountain, but I literally, like, about a week ago, I started thinking, oh God, what if I'm going to have enough stock? Where am I going to get stock to last me until the car boots restart?
How many kilos did you buy? It was like 50 or 60, wasn't it, or something stupid? Or
I bought about 260 kilos in 2 lots. Prior to that, I had a fair amount.
Wow.
But it was really cheap, and the person I bought from, it was on eBay, but that's not their bag. It was during lockdown. They're antique sellers, and I've not seen jewelry. They haven't had jewelry since, and I think they must have just come across it somehow. Or someone said, "Do you want this?" And they said, "Yeah, all right," and sold it off.
Wow.
Cheap. Yeah. So I thought, well, yeah, I'll have it at that price. And it's been like, there's been treasure in it, there's been gold in it, but there's also been, it's been filthy, and it's, you know, been a real bit of a mare. I was only, in the end, I decided I would only tackle one 20 kilo box a month because it was so awful. But then I decided a month or so ago that I was like, no, I'm going to get through it all by Christmas because I like a challenge. And I was like, bored, no, I'm going to set myself a target. But actually, I'm getting through it all fine. So.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit of a mess down here, but yes, there's only 50 kilos left, I think. Yeah. So it's all good.
Only 50 kilos of jewellery. God.
Yeah. Yeah, fine. That is actually fine. Sarah, Shell, I first found you on Instagram when you were selling for the charity. Oh, that's interesting. Remember you used to have all the plush drying on your wedding. That's it. Yes. Oh my God, yeah, I had all the because all the plush needed washing, and then it would all be on the radiator. Oh, that's so funny. That seems like such a long time ago. Also, I used to take a lot of plushies to like we'd do fairs and do like fundraising, you know, tombola things and Dr. Soft Toy and all of that. So, was a question for Lee. How are you finding YouTube? Are you enjoying it? That's a good question.
Yes, I really like making haul videos, and I get a lot of good feedback on that. My haul videos are long because I know most people do sort of like your 20-minute ones. Mine are 40-50 minutes long because I quite like explaining exactly why I've bought something, because I want to be able to pass some knowledge on to people. So I like the fact I'm able to teach and pass on some knowledge. But on the negative side, it does take up a lot of time.
Yes.
And that time would be better served actually just listing stuff. So at the minute I'm struggling even to do a video a week at the moment, and it's meant that my backlog's getting worse. So whilst I love it, it is double-edged sword. And also it's not nice when you get people being horrible bastards, because you do get some trolls. And you know, I'm a grown-ass man, and I thought I had quite a thick skin, and then all of a sudden something gets through, you chink in your armor, and it does affect you. And it really hit me, and I thought, why am I doing this? What?
Yeah.
This is but you know, so once I'd sort of got over myself and thought I'd just brush it off. But that, it really got to me first time.
It will have affected you, and when people get through into your bubble, it's just the worst thing. Like, I don't even want you in my bubble. I can't. And then you're like, I want them out of my bubble, and I can't get them out. And how do I get them out? Like, because they're affecting me, and I'm thinking about them, and I don't want to be. Horrible. There's just some. This is the trouble. I know there's some absolute. Right, this is going to sound really negative. There's some absolute scum out there, to be honest. And this is a thing. And Tom has said to me before, you know, like when, oh God, people have said awful things to friends of mine. And like, especially when after the like Brexit vote and all of that bollocks, people were taking it as a license just to be openly nasty to people on the street. And I was like, what? You know, I said to a friend, you freaking call me if anything like this happens. And he was like, you can't just, I said, just I bloody can. I said, you cannot stand by and let somebody abuse somebody else. Should we all just turn our backs and look the other way? I said, no. And yes, I know they could be total mental. I have to take that risk because you can't. You have to stick up for what's right, and you know.
Definitely.
With the tube, it's tricky because do you remember Ben Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Yeah. So his videos, I know he still does. Yes, he still does videos, but it's on his travels and stuff.
Yeah.
However, eBay videos were epic.
Love them.
Professional. Everyone loves them, but they took up so much time. Now we have got no Ben reselling videos.
Yeah.
It's like trying to find a way of. It's hard if you're a perfectionist of toning that bit down just so you can get some content out so we can still see you and you know.
It's difficult. because it's happened to a few people. I used to like watching. Did you ever watch? Is it Joe's Selling for Pennies?
Yes, Joe Penny's. Yeah,
Joe
is he
Penny's
not doing
loved
anything
his stuff, and
trainers? Because he stopped for a bit and he came back, didn't he?
yeah, and then he stopped again because
Yeah.
I before I started YouTube properly, I was mucking around pretending to do some haul videos for myself in his style, where he didn't get in front of the camera, and then I never uploaded them. I was just sort of like, how does this work? And
the mirror.
they were terrible, but
Oh,
I really liked his stuff. And again, such a knowledgeable bloke. And again, he was working. Did he work for a charity or something? I know he had a full-time job as well.
yeah.
So it is tough doing the full-time and this on the side juggle.
Yes, and then trying to fit YouTube in as well.
Yeah, and be dad, husband, etc. It's
Yeah.
a lot going on, and refurbish the bloody house. So yeah,
Oh
a lot going on.
you need to. I don't know what you need to do. And everyone wants to pick.
I had black hair before I started reselling.
we're all like, Lee, when are you putting a video out? And the kids are like, Dad, I want you to play this. And the house is creaking. And he's like, we can tidy this stuff up.
I'm getting the kids involved with the YouTube now. So I've got them doing some of my intros now, so they enjoy it.
Well, yeah, I mean, the way that I'm able to like go on every day is just because I just arrive and it's like there's no preparation.
Yeah.
So yeah, but if you want to provide actual content, then it's different. Veranda, I think this one might be for you, Lee. I don't know what that is.
Never heard of it, but it's a cracking sale. Price
Cloth teak Santa. Oh, it's in dollars. Is it? It's in America that we don't know about. Just goes to show that going high sometimes works out happy dance. Yeah, I mean, great sale, well done. But we don't know what it is.
Don't worry, Nick. The trolling has calmed down. It was, I think it was a bit of a phase.
I was tired. Yeah.
Definitely going high about the cloth teak Santa. Going high. It's like, again, similar to how Nick does it. Go high, and you can always drop your price. You can't put it up. So
we can.
We can, but
and I'd have. Yes. Oh, that's a lot of watches. I'll just slap a bit more. But you've got a little. You've got a phrase, haven't you? It's stick to your guns.
Oh yeah, take good pictures, stick to your. I can't remember it, but for me, so I go high with the clothing because I'm trying to pick the cream of the crop. I can get much higher margins. I know what the cost was originally, and I know that someone will buy it at the price I'm looking for at some point. And as we've gone through before, I don't give a monkeys if that's next week or next year. It doesn't bother me because it takes up no space. Sorry?
It is now taking up space.
But I think the majority of that is the crap that I shouldn't have bought. So I need to clear that out. But then if I get it all listed, if say I'm selling 10% of my stuff a month, then I need more stuff so I can increase my. I'm not selling as much as I could do. I've got more capacity time-wise to sell, as in pack stuff up, because I'm only selling 25-30 items a month at the minute, but I'm averaging £35 profit an item now. It's gone up from last time.
Yeah, because
so some people are trying to get to a £20 average sale, and I'm doing a £35 average profit after all my costs and fees. So
it might. I mean, would it be worth you bundling up the stuff that you bought at the beginning that there's profit in? Because most people don't sell with that kind of profit. There are a lot of people are doing, cheap and cheerful, stuck at high, all that stuff. More of it because they're full time. It might be worth putting out on Instagram. Would you want to do?
Well, I was looking at maybe even doing some of those mystery boxes, because as long as I get the money back, I just need to get it out of the house.
With mystery boxes on eBay, I thought it wasn't allowed, or am I getting confused?
I don't know whether it's done through. I think people have been buying them. I remember I've watched a couple of. So Ricky Lee reselling. He's bought some, but I think it might have been bought from other resellers. And then I saw Car Boot Chris. He'd bought one. So I don't know the rules on it. Not sure, but maybe it's a good way of clearing out stuff. There's money in it. I just want to get my money back.
Well, I think, yeah, given you know, you've got enough reach and stuff, you'd easily be able to sell it on and just get your money back, because you've got enough to be getting on with without your time, your full-time work already. You need to prioritize, otherwise, I mean, something's got to give, really, isn't it? I'm just going to sort you out now, right? What you need to do.
We were talking about like being economical with time. I don't know if you saw, I did a video on how I pack stuff the other day, and one of the things, like, I packed some shoes, I packed a top, and then I packed a glass vase. That glass vase, I only made like £8 something profit on it, and it took me 15 minutes to pack. Last night I did a little video, which I haven't put it up yet, but I just timed myself how long it took me to pack a pair of trainers at full speed from having them on the table, not in packaging, to fully ready to go, was about 1 minute 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So if I can make 20 quid on a pair of trainers and pack it in 1 minute 10 seconds, why am I looking at glass that could break?
Yeah.
What am I doing? So I'm not going to buy any more glass now.
Breakables, yeah. And I've done some real, God, it's stuff that because the stuff that was donated to the charity, oh my God, Lego, hi-fis, glassware, whatever was donated, I had to give it a go. And I had like Wardian, the finest freaking, you know, like, were they showed? No, I think they were like small wine glasses, but they were tiny. Oh my God. And I sent them off actually in like a wine box, like wine, you know, box that would be already with its dividers. And they got them, the woman said, yeah, not a chip or anything. And I was amazed, but I don't like, it's so much of a worry. I don't want to do that stuff. And then some people don't even give feedback to you, still worrying about it.
Yeah.
And then, there's stuff that I'm selling. I got a load of links of London charms that were really dirty, and they fell out of a job lot. And I think people just didn't know what they were. And they sell for about £27.50. Yeah, and they go in a little paper thing and just roll around, and they go in the little bubble mailer.
Yeah,
you know, like seconds.
It's quick and easy, and so that's why I love. But I'd say 80+% of my stuff is shoes and clothes. It's quick to pack, and you can't break it, and it can be massive margins. I was looking back through my stuff. If people follow me on Insta, just look me up on Instagram. I don't put all my sales there, but most of my sales, they're big margins. So that's why I love it.
Oh God, I remember also doing, so I'm off on packing a turntable, and I remember messaging Z because he'd done a video on it, and I was like, what am I've got this thing and I've screwed something down or unscrewed something, I can't remember what it was. Now what am I meant to do with this thing? But he didn't get back to me in time. I had to go back to YouTube and find another one, like how am I meant to pack this? But got that.
Yeah, anything electrical I'm worried about sending. Anything delicate and glassware, I'm petrified, and it's just not worth my time now. I find stuff interesting, like buying stuff like that. I was like, I found some crystal. Oh crap, I've sold it now, and how am I going to deal with this? It's more stressful as well.
Until they've received it and it's all good. La-di-da. Oh yeah, look, there you go. Funky Neil, you can't buy mystery boxes on eBay. Yeah. Case that you can't officially, but I do see them for sale. Oh, can you? So is that official or not? I'm sure somebody said you're not, but then I see them, so I'm not sure about that. But I mean, you could sell them to Insta or whatever anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So,
YouTube.
I think I've got enough reach to, if I needed to clear out something. Someone else, I'll leave meat on the bone and people can make some money out of it. So,
definitely.
I'll figure some stuff out.
Now, what was I going to say? I was going to ask. Oh yeah, so do you know how many hours a week that you spend?
I put aside about an hour an evening minimum, which I can squeeze in. Problem is, there's so many people doing live streams that I end up getting carried away watching those instead of listening, which is not brilliant. And then on the weekends, got dad duties, so I'm either taking kids to swimming or athletics in the morning, and I'll try and squeeze in 3 hours photography at some point. And when I've done that 3 hours photography, that's everything on my phone ready to go. So during the week, I'll list off whatever I've photographed in the week on the weekend. So yeah, on the weekend maybe 3, maybe 6 hours ish, and then yeah, about an hour a night. So it's not horrific, but it's a struggle getting that done.
Yeah, I mean, and what's Vicky like about that? Is she all right?
She's all right.
Yeah.
And whilst I'm doing the majority of the work, she's obviously looking after the kids more than I am. So it's a fair balance, really. I took her along to a couple of car boot sales last year, and I think she enjoyed it, but was a bit stressed about it all, that she'd make the wrong decision. But at that point, we couldn't take the kids with us, but because there was no lockdown, we'd drop the kids off at one set of the grandparents for a sleepover, and then we'd try and do a car boot sale the next morning. But it's just not obviously been an option this year.
Yeah, it's just not for everybody though. And there is a bit of, I'm sure buying and selling is in your blood or not, because some people just haven't got a clue, I don't think.
Yeah.
Same as when, I mean, I bet we've all got friends who have said, "Oh, can you sell this for me?" And like, and they haven't got a clue of resale values, or
I haven't got the clue on how much effort it takes to do the research and put it up, and then you've got the fees. Oh, you've sold that for £50. Yeah, but I've got this fee, that fee. It's not that easy.
Yeah,
Happy to teach people.
Yeah. So you're making money at it. Is that enough motivation, or is there other stuff that is it?
I get a buzz out of it. The money side's not. So Vicky works 4 days a week. I do mine's a full-time job, and that's comfortable, but it's not. You know, we're not rolling in it. It means when we wanted to put a new floor down, it wasn't just go out and buy a new floor. It was like, okay, this is a considered purchase. It's going to take a while to decide what's right. And so, yeah, I like nice things, but I have to think about them before I buy them. Now, with the additional income, it means instead of going and buying a £7 bottle of wine, I'm buying a £9 bottle. I can be a bit more. I can upgrade a few bits and pieces, and it means so.
Bit of a lifestyle upgrade.
Yeah. But again, not going crazy, because I'm quite a frugal chap. I'm considered with my choices. So when we often, if we go for a UK holiday, we'll do one of those like renting a cottage type things, and where we might have say budgeted £700 or £800 this year, I thought, well, we've done well on the reselling. We'll get somewhere nice, and we got somewhere really, really nice, and the extra £500 came out of reselling, and I didn't feel guilty at all, because that came from hard work. I didn't feel it hadn't hit our savings. It was like, right, bang, that's it, and I felt it was good.
It's like proper play money that you can properly spend and properly enjoy.
Yeah.
And that's
I've never had play money, so it's nice to have a little bit of play money. So.
Yeah, it gets like, I don't find. Yeah, it's a tricky thing. Because I'm not a saver, you see. Tom's weirdly, he was freaking not a saver. He was like a debtor when I met him. Like, he just used to spend. And now he's like, I think we need to be saving for. I was like, for what? Like, it's like, I can save for so long towards next year's holiday or something. But then I don't want to be, one of these people that dies with all these savings and bonds and it, like, and passes it on to somebody else. It's like, and I feel like this with people that have, like Tom's parents, like, use your money, enjoy it. Don't be thinking about passing it on, because that's, just
definitely.
Enjoying your money. There's no point in it.
It's funny, we were talking about goals a little bit, and I've got I do not want to be working until I'm when it's not 65 anymore. Is it 68 retirement?
Oh god.
When you get your pension? I don't want to work until I'm 68 years old. So
I mean, that's state pension, isn't it? Yes, all right, Connie.
I'm not having that. So I've got I take a chunk of the profits each month, go off the mortgage, on top of the normal mortgage payment.
Yeah.
So I reckon at the current rate, I can use enough of the income for saving for reinvesting into stock. Some of it goes to upgrading the lifestyle a little bit, and a chunk of it goes on paying off the house early.
Yeah.
We should be able to pay it off 8 years earlier than we're meant to at this rate. That's going to be a massive difference. If I can retire 8 years early, I'm going to be a happy man.
Yeah. Tom's always, because I've said to him things like, well, if you're unhappy doing what you do, why don't you look for a different job? Or is it, no, couldn't earn the money elsewhere? I'm like, well, what about if you went part-time and I put in more money? No, all I want to do is retire. It's like, so that's it. It's either do this and whinge about it sometimes, or retire. That's it. Nothing in between. It's like, right.
And again, it also helps. When I do retire, I want to be able to drink nice wine and not Sainsbury's value wine. So the reselling is a nice little thing to have as a skill set, because whenever I need money, I can make money, basically.
I've said that to Tom. I said, there's no reason why, because I enjoy this. This is, there's no reason why I wouldn't. I'm not going to get to an age and go, oh, thank God I don't have to do it. I said, I'll still want to do it. And if we needed a bit extra, and if I want to teach the girls, I'm like, if you go to uni, you don't need to. Well, Connie would probably want to work in a pub, but you don't have to. You could do a bit of this, and you could earn just as much. Well, yeah, you want to go and be sociable, but you won't earn as much money, is what I'm saying. What did you want?
Do you want to go on a walk after that and see the lights?
Tonight?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to cook.
Oh.
Is Dad wanting to go on a walk?
Yeah. Sorry, everybody.
Sorry. Are you wanting to go now then?
No, not now. Just.
It's dark there. You could go, because I went the other night. And then I could cook for when you get back.
I'm not going with just Dad.
Take Maud.
Oh no, you're. All
right, we'll have a conversation afterwards. Sorry, everybody. Went on a really nice walk, like a walk, and some really good lights not far from here. Oh, they ended up accidentally on the end of my video. I looked and went, oh
yeah, no, I did see that. I wondered what was going on.
It was an accident. I don't know how they ended up on there. So I suppose that's all right. People's houses on the end of my video.
I've finished my wine. I'm now breaking out port.
Oh, you like port? So you like sherry as well, I'm guessing?
Oh no, not a fan of sherry, but I don't mind a port.
That's interesting. So I thought maybe I need to retry port then, because I thought people who like port like sherry in the same. Because I don't like sherry.
So port. One of the things that I learned is it's one of the few things that, again, does get better in the bottle. And so a vintage port can be mega expensive. So I was having a look at it. So what I do now, I buy my future self a present for 20 years time. So I bought a bottle the other day. So I bought a bottle of 2006 port, which I've put a sticker on. I'm not to open it for 20 years. So by that time, it'll be 34 years old. If I was to go and buy a 34-year-old bottle of port now, it's going to cost me 120 quid. But I've just paid, so I bought myself a future present. So I do that every time it's my birthday. I'll buy myself a future present for 20 years' time.
Do you know that particular port is worth aging?
Get one that's a vintage, not late bottle vintage. Hold on, I've got it. So if it's got a date on it, it actually says there an actual date. They only release decent vintages, so that was in Sainsbury's 28 quid reduced to 23, which is still it's a fair chunk to pay. But
I was only asking because I know some don't like you couldn't just get any old bottle of red and age it all age.
So, but yeah, if it's got a date on it, then it will age pretty well. But yeah, if I got a 34-year-old bottle of port now to drink, 120 odd quid. So it's a nice treat for my future self in 20 years time.
Some people do invest in wine as well. But I know we've got some pudding wines that are the years of Maud and Connie's births that Tom got, because he knows that they will age, and like with the plan that on their 18th or 21st or something, they'll have those. But
my dad did that when I was born, and when my brother was born, he bought a bottle each of Hennessy XO brandy, and I got given that when we got married a couple of years ago. So yeah, that was pretty cool getting that, because that's worth a lot now. So
and have you opened it?
yeah, it's very nice. No way I could ever afford that now. So it's nice idea.
Nice. You enjoy your stuff, which is good, because it's difficult if, like I say to Tom, that, you know, this thing about don't save your stickers, because when you're a kid and you get all these shiny stickers and that, and they're my best ones, I save those, and then you might find them as an adult, and then you go, oh no, why did I save those? Like, they now mean nothing to me, and I wish I'd used them when they meant something to me.
Yeah, I enjoy stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
It's nice to treat yourself every now and again.
Yeah, definitely. Otherwise, what's the point?
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's what reselling does. It allows me to treat myself.
Oh, it's nice. It's not a bad life, is it? Hi, David, car boot picker. What is that? Oh, Loney, I remember reading the bottle of Coburn's port my mum had and reading as it's written. Indy, hide from the kids when they are teenagers. Oh, hide it. You may go to drink it in 20 years and it's been watered down.
Actually, oh no, it's in the loft, and I've had the conversation that if they want booze, we'll have a conversation about buying it. If they water my stuff down, I'm going to take a finger off them. We're not having that. Yeah,
just lay it down now. Quite.
That sounded a bit harsh, I've just realised. Anyway.
No, you've got kids. I know how it is. Actually, we haven't done any eyes. Put any of your favourite eyes in the chat, and Indy is one of my favourite eyes. There weren't many, actually. Indy.
The eye thing, was it about my favourite eyes, or was it eyes related to reselling? I wasn't sure what it was.
It's from Cousin's Curiosities. She's doing 5 favourites a day from letters for her Vlogmas, and anybody can join in. I think Lainey's doing it on Instagram, and it's meant to be 5 favourite eyes. And I said, I don't think of 5 favourites. I might have to do some I don't like. And then people were like, oh, you could do it all reselling based. And then I got to eye, and I'm like, oh, I'll just struggle to do 5 of anything. So tell us your eyes in the chat, favourites or non-favourites, reselling or non-reselling. Backhanded compliment, I'll take it. No, you're top of my list. You were my first eye. So did you think of any eyes? It
was a sort of combination of reselling and not reselling, I guess. So I kind of guess, like, reselling wise, internet and iPhone are going to be high up there, because I mean, internet anyway, it's just anything I need to know at any point about anything ever that has happened, I can find out within a couple of seconds. And with an iPhone, that's in my pocket. So all of a sudden I've got everyone else's knowledge in my pocket, and it means that I can be a genius without anyone knowing, if I need to be. So they're quite good eyes.
Or you can just watch cat videos. You can do.
Or I can watch cat videos.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, that's so much better than ice cream. Because I thought, I'll buy ice cream. iPhone, ice cream. What's
your favourite ice cream?
Well, I was thinking about that. Chocolate.
Yeah, I think I'm chocolate. I love chocolate.
So my mum, always growing up, rum and raisin or mint choc chip. I just found those appalling growing up. I still do, to be honest.
As a kid, I used to like it was a vanilla float, but not on Coke, on root beer. Root beer with vanilla ice cream. As a kid, I loved that. So
we used to have Coke floats. I liked that. But I mean, you're younger than me, I'm sure, but it was like going up to the newsagent to buy a block of ice cream, and like there was like a little wafer cone, and try and stick it in there. That's what split. Rachel, ice cold igloo. Are you just naming things beginning with I, or are these actually your favourite eyes? I love lamp. Oh, Lainey, Ida, my mum's name. Ideas is a good one.
I was going to say imagination. So imagination and ideas.
Yes. Yeah. And I had independent businesses as well.
Oh, love that. Yes.
Yeah, which we're all trying to support these days. Iced gems, that's a good one. What else do I have on my eyes? What else have you got?
I've got improvements, because I'm always, whatever I'm doing, I'm always trying to improve it, as in make whatever I'm doing more efficient. I don't know if that's a good. Well, that's a good thing for me.
Yeah. It's good. What's good to always be. I was going to say moving forward. I suppose it is moving forward, isn't it? Moving in some kind of direction. Moving. Yeah. To be stagnate. Well, I just. I don't mind repetition. I could eat the same thing every single day for a year. That would be fine if I discovered something I happen to love. But on the other hand, I also get bored of stuff and I need a change. So
I'm very similar, actually. I think we are quite similar, because I sometimes I quite like repetition because it helps me just get on with something quickly. But with, say, for example, businesses, I've got so many side things that I've done over the years and juggle and still continue to do, because I quite like the new challenge of something.
yeah.
And then I've done it, and I've done, put it to the side. I've got that skill. I can make money out of that whenever I want to. What's the next big thing? And so I've now got like 5 or 6 businesses just on the side that I can pick and choose to pick up whenever I want to.
Yeah, I definitely need a new motivation type thing. Sarah, oh my God, Lee, your eyes are so good. I couldn't think of anything. I blame the wine. Frickin' it, Lainey. Sarsaparilla floats is what we had. I've heard
root beer is sarsaparilla flavoured, so yeah.
Oh, Christine, Imperial leather. I know the smell of that. Did you have Imperial leather growing up? It's always a bar of Imperial leather somewhere. Indigo, the colour. Do you really know what colour indigo is, though, Rachel B? It's always like on the rainbow, like, well, that just looks like the blue one, like, or the purple one, like. Well, just use two colour pens together and then have you got any more eyes?
I was going to say investing. So I like to invest, as in my own knowledge and skills. That's what I love about YouTube. If I want to learn how to do something, this house, when we bought it, we had the choice of getting a house that was nice and neat and done and finished and tiny, or getting a big house and needed every damn room doing. And I've learnt the only thing I can't do is plumb and plaster. I've taken down walls. I've done so much in this house, and a lot of that was learnt through YouTube. So I invest in my knowledge. So YouTube's good for that, but also like I learnt about investing a lot because I wanted to take care of my own pension, because the work pension wasn't performing very well. So I learnt about it, and I'm now outperforming my work pension. So I've now set up pensions for my kids. I look after my pension, my kids' pensions, my wife's pension, because I've invested time in learning about it. But then I also invested, like we're talking about lofting, I'm investing in, so whilst I loft my port, I've got Lego up there, Star Wars stuff that I know is going to increase in value. And then a couple of years, make some money on it, sell it on, buy more stuff for Chuck and Loft. What am I doing at the minute?
You know, pension pots as well. If you've got like self-invested stuff, then people will invest in. Within that, people could be investing in property, investing in wine. Just doing it.
Invest in your brain.
Yeah, I've got really, really good condition first edition Harry Potter sets for the girls.
Oh, nice.
Actually, purposely, I thought, no, I'm going to get a couple of really good, tip-top sets, put them away, because I just don't see how we're going to lose on
You
those.
can't. They're not going to print any more first edition, so that's perfect.
Yeah, and I also thought about starting to sit on some gold or something. Actually, I'd much prefer. I mean, I used to work in financial services, but I'd much prefer to do when Tom's. I guess he's more traditional and old school and stuff with things, and yeah, he's more like, oh yeah, let's put some money in that. I said, well, you know, interest rates are nothing at the moment. Well, which probably, I don't even know what the stock market's doing at the moment, but
that means that your mortgage is cheap at the minute, and that's why I'm overpaying the mortgage.
oh yeah, no, that's definitely a good
So
thing.
there's whatever's going on, there's always a way to turn it your
investing in bricks and mortar, but I've also seen people lose tons and tons of money off their pensions, and that must be whoa.
And that's one of the things why I've diversified into lofting stuff. So whilst I've got my proper pension investments, I've been buying
eggs in baskets then, haven't you?
Spread it all out. So I've got a lot of sensible investments that I've picked because I think I know better than. I think the team who do it at work are a bit too cautious, and I'm young enough to ride out the waves if it goes up and down. But then I've also been investing in Pokemon cards, so sealed sets. They're in the loft, and then I've convinced the kids they've used their own pocket money. They've invested in some booster boxes, which we've put stickers on it. This is not to be opened for 20 years, because that could be a deposit for the house. They've put in 60 quid each, and that could end up being worth £5,000, 10 grand, 15 grand in 20 years' time. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, we've got premium bonds for the kids that we do invest in like monthly, and I was like, you know, well, whatever happened, because they both win money on them, and I was like, you know, when they get to their age, obviously we'll level it off so they've got the same. But can you imagine if like one wins $1 million?
I know. Yeah, both our kids have got premium bonds. It's so nice when you they get a letter through and it's like they've won 25 quid, and it's like, okay, that's why you saved money.
They do a lot, and it's definitely. I feel like it's outstripping interest rates right now. So
exactly.
Mm.
Well, it almost sounds like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh God, do not be taking any of this as advice from two people who are drinking wine. One's now on his port, and I only just woke up in time. I had a large snowball.
Oh, you've been having a nap?
Well, I didn't mean to. I put Kirsty's handmade Christmas thing on.
Oh.
Snowball. That's not very iconic. I was really tired. And
I love a snowball.
But it was like 2 minutes to 5, and I was like, oh my God, like that. Forgetting that. I was like, it's all right, it's 5:30, not 5.
Oh, I just also wanted to say thank you, because obviously a year ago was the Hitchin meetup, and I wasn't a YouTuber then. I just turned up, and you saw me and Vicky looking really sheepish at the bar, not knowing anyone. The only person we really knew was sort of Nick and Andrea. And you came over and you just came over and chatted to us because we looked like some really sheepish randoms, and that was really nice. So you came over, and then also flipping fantastic Kelly came and had a chat with us, and then after that I felt settled and
nice.
It was good. So thank you for just randomly coming and chatting to us.
Yeah, no, I was in a weirdly sociable mood, like just to come. I was like, oh yeah.
Are you not normally?
I have my moments. Yeah, I suppose I was in social mode then, and sometimes I'm not, and that's how it is, isn't it? Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Did we do all the eyes? Have you got any more eyes?
I think that's it for me.
And did anybody in the chat have any more questions for Lee? Yeah, I haven't asked you. Oh God, there were loads of things I was going to ask you. I wasn't even.
Ask away. Whatever.
I was going to ask you. All right, this is totally random. Have you got any Christmas traditions that you do?
Not really.
No. Oh, okay, that's a quick one now.
Christmas.
2021.
Yep.
Do you do resolutions? New Year's resolutions?
No, but I set myself goals.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a similar thing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, because I remember you saying you're quite task-led, so I set myself goals, and I don't know. I want to lose a bit of weight because lockdown has not been brilliant. So I want to set myself a goal of basically making sure I'm doing some proper exercise every week. Doesn't sound like a lot, but as long as I'm doing it properly, that'll be fine. And I want to increase my whatever I sell each week. I want to add 10 listings a week more than what I've said. If I've sold 10 things, I want to list 20 things. If I've sold 30 things, I want to list 40 things.
Yeah.
So by the end of the month, my shop should have 40 new listings than when I started the month. And I want to do that month on month.
Is that sustainable over the year? I'm trying to think about that.
If I can increase it by, all I need to do is increase it by 10 a month. So 10 a week. That's feasible. I don't sell a huge amount, so yeah, 10 a week. That's got to be feasible.
Oh, okay, 10 over what you've sold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if I can grow the shop, that's it. So at the minute, I'm using a fraction of the listings I've got, the free listings I've got available. So why wouldn't I try and get the maximum? Just need to pull my finger out.
It might get to a stage where you think, well, I'll get somebody in to do that job rather than doing it myself, because my time I could spend more on selling stuff than I know you said not plastering, but doing that wall today or.
But then I can make more money in an hour selling crap than I can. Then it's worth. Then it's better for me paying for someone to do the plastering or whatever on the house. So yeah, it's a balance. I think. My eldest Rebecca, she's 10 years old, but she's shown a little bit of interest in photography because obviously I do that on the side as well. And next year, she's going to secondary school. I am hiring her instead of a Saturday job. She's going to be working for me. She's going to get paid for photographing shoes for me.
Oh, great!
And it's going to be a skill that I teach her. She can use that for anything in the future. That skill. It's going to free up my time. If that frees up couple of hours of my time on a weekend, that's great.
And she gets
keep up with things, and she gets pocket money. Everyone wins. So
she did about 3 listings, and then she's like bored now. I don't think she's very money oriented, Connie, though.
Well, the thing is, like, I do worry now because, like, when I was a kid, I didn't get a phone until I was at university in my 3rd year. I was 21 years old when I got my first mobile phone. Now Rebecca's she starts secondary school next year, and we need to get her a phone.
Yeah, that's what they get now, isn't it? When they start secondary.
Who's paying for the bill? So that's gonna, if she wants me to pay the bill, then she's gonna have to work for it. So that's it. If she doesn't want to work for it, she's not getting a phone. That sounds harsh, but that's what's happening.
It's really hard to. I was talking about this the other day. It's really hard to not bring up entitled kids, but how do you do that when you live a different lifestyle to the one you lived growing up? You know, it's and they've got some of Connie's friends. Goodness, I mean they're lovely, but they don't understand when like she's smashed another phone or something. And we're looking around and going, well, we could get one second hand, we could get a reconditioned one, we could do this, and we're like all thinking about what should we do and what's the best thing. And one of them just said, why don't you just buy you a new one? Like, and they've got
these phones are like 600 quid. It's ridiculous.
They've got way more expensive phones, her friends, than I do.
It's mad. So
they've no idea of the value.
Yeah,
it feels like I'm like, oh, I wouldn't want that. I
try and regularly explain to the kids how much something costs and how many hours of work it takes to actually pay for that, because otherwise they've got no concept of how many school days of work that would take to pay for it, because they've got no clue otherwise.
It's tricky. And then I find sometimes Connie's now so conscious about the value of social. Oh no, I can't remember something, an example recently, but she's like, oh no, that's really expensive, and something that I want to get for. I was like, no, but that's fine. We're paying for this, and we want to get it for you. Oh no, I'll just have this one. You know, I'm like, no, you don't need to. I'm trying to get the balance.
It's not easy, is it?
No.
How old are your girls now?
12 and 15. To look then. Yeah.
I've got 10 and 6 at the minute, so.
Yeah, secondary changes things quite a lot. Aid, Lee, was it you guys that beat us in the quiz? Were you first?
Yeah, we won. Yeah, me, my wife, and Tom.
Oh,
Tom
did you have Z with you cheating?
Hey?
Didn't you have Z with you cheating?
No. We didn't do any cheating. Just me, Vicky, and Tom the English Picker, and we smashed it. The reality is, it was just my wife. Me and Tom were just drinking because my wife is a bit of a clever cogs. So yeah, she smashed it.
She's the brains. Joan,
She's the brains, I'm the pretty one.
What are your thoughts on eBay fees rising to 12%?
Why?
I was just, is that another rise, or are we talking about the thing with the managed payments? And because I was just talking to my postie this morning, because he sells trainers on the side, and I was talking to him about saying, I sell in a different way, and I sell on Insta now, and I said, eBay, the fees are just getting, I feel like they're getting out of hand, because it's becoming. And given, now, who is it that's saying this all the time? I think it's Chris Daily Refinement in America.
Oh, yeah, I'll watch him.
Yeah, like the average value of stuff sold on eBay in America is $30 or something. And then, but the lower value, and it must be something similar, here in the UK. And yet, the lower value stuff, like I used to just sell tons of M&S necklaces, bread and butter, and it's now it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Because after the cost of buying it, the fees, if you've promoted it. I remember like when it first went over to the managed payments, and I actually thought it would be slightly cheaper for us, but they've actually made it more expensive. I'm like, that's outrageous. Like you're literally creaming it now. And then I went on to, and I was like, well, hang on. So that's that figure. That's where you've taken your fees out. But then hang on, there's another column, like another tab here. Oh, that's the cost of the promotion on top of, or whatever it is that's charged separately. Like, my God, I started working out, and I haven't even got any M&S necklaces on eBay anymore. And I used to have a mid store. I've now got a basic, because it became not worth it. Yeah,
and that's why I only sell high margin stuff. It's just not worth my time. If I was a full-time reseller, I would obviously have to span the breadth of all the different price areas to try and make sure I've got regular money coming in. But as I'm not reliant on this, I don't care. My money, whether I get a regular lump sum coming in, or whether I get big chunk, nothing, big chunk, nothing. You get so many people I see that are worked up about, I've had a donut day and they've not sold anything. most of my days are donut days, and then I'll sell a £300 item. Then I'll get nothing, 100 quid.
The anxiety about donuts is understandable if it's your full-time income in the house.
Definitely, but for a part-timer, it makes sense to. I'm in a position where I have easy access to high quality stock, and if that's the case, why would I get anything but the high quality stock? If it's not going to make me a lot of money, you know how I was saying, if it's not going to make me 20 quid, I'm not going to pick it up. I'm going to have to up that because I'm still filling the house with crap.
Yeah.
So
I really think you've got to sell that early stuff off.
Yes. Yeah, I need to.
People that get it done. That profit margin and are buying it elsewhere.
Yeah.
And get it from, they know you've already checked it and like that it's good to go kind of thing.
I've put that on my list of things to get sorted now. So thank you.
There's a little goal for you.
Well, what have you got sorted out?
Oh, this is a really weird one, and I don't know. It might be a hormone. I might just be hormonal, because it's not babies. But last night, I was saying to Tom, I said to him today about something. He went, "You didn't exactly ask me that, but you did say this." So I said, "What do I do with my time if I did less reselling?" And he was like, he said, "Watch more telly." I was like, oh. I actually thought, well, because I actually thought I would try and work less next year, which half seems like, is this me really saying this? Cha-ching a lit. It's nothing exciting. It's just some broken jewelry. But it's partly because God, for me, it's finding a balance between having enough to keep me stimulated and not be bored, but also not having so much that I'm stressed out. And the girls are saying, "I can do this," and then I'm like, "Oh, I'm in the middle of something," and and like I thought, "Oh, this is ridiculous." But I did think about maybe I could like produce real meals and stuff as well for dinner.
Who does most of the cooking? You or Tom?
Me. Well, most of the heating up. So it's not. This is what I'm saying. I could cook instead of heating. But that's probably a stupid thing to say because that's like saying like I've got any freaking interest in it, and I don't. I've only got an interest in eating it. So, but I don't. I have these things where I go, oh yeah, I could start cooking, and I could do this, and I could flounce around in a princess outfit. I don't know, but that's what I thought I might work this next year. I have been thinking about it, but his answer was like, you could watch more telly. So,
it's a really difficult balance, isn't it, though? Because I love the buzz of reselling stuff because there's genuinely a buzz.
Yeah.
But I hadn't worked out that balance last year, and I was spending too much time doing it, and I was being crap dad, crap husband. So I've reined it in a bit, and I think I might have reined it in a bit too much, and I've definitely got capacity to do more and sell more. I haven't quite worked it out yet, so we're getting there. But either way, I'm making enough to pay extra off the mortgage and put money aside, so I can't complain.
Obviously, you having your holiday and you're like, no, come on, we'll go somewhere a bit nicer than we would usually, and that's what you get to enjoy. But you also need a bit for your day-to-day lifestyle. Well, you are, because you're getting better wine.
Yeah.
Maybe the kids.
That's number one priority.
Yeah. Can you
better wine, better cheese.
Excuse me, I'm just opening my new wine. I've got some photographs to do in here. I'll see you later. Yeah, it's a balance, isn't it? Anyway, I am eating into all of your time. I need to go and heat food.
I've enjoyed this. It's been fun.
Oh, good. We have to do it again sometime.
Yeah, more than happy whenever.
Lovely. Yeah, maybe we'll have another meetup next year or something. Like normal living people.
As in human beings actually meeting in a pub and facing each other in the real world.
Yeah. We went, all right, I'm about to go, but this last thing, I was walking back. I was on a walk with Tom earlier, and these two young, pretty girls were walking down, chit-chatting. And I can't help myself. Oh, she's got nice hair. And he's like in the middle of the road doing his social distancing. I've moved over a little bit. And when I said, they smell nice. And he was like, what? I said, they smell really nice. You should not be close enough to smell what they smell like. I was like, they had a lot of perfume on. I was like, probably with that amount of perfume, if they had any germs, they would have killed it off anyway. But I'm like, oh, yeah, that's nice outfit. Right. Yes. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye, don't die.
Thank you for having me.